welcome to New York City. Today we're going to explore the East Village on a very vibrant Sunday. Especially when the weather warms up, there's a lot more people out in the streets. As you can hear, the music is already blasting. This is just one out of a few bands that are playing right now at Thompson Square Park. So let's walk around the East Village / Alphabet City and see what's happening all around here. Let me know where you're watching from. So right now I'm in the intersection of 7th Street and Avenue B. You can see the tenement buildings here. Old signage as well. And let's walk around. All right. So let's go into Thompson Square Park. A lot of stuff happening in here. It says nicely waved. Indeed he did. She was getting down. Hey Martin, hello Inspired Life, welcome. Hello Susan, you say nice dude, thank you so much Susan. Roland says great hair, thank you so much. Hello Panagiotis, thank you so much for becoming a new Twitch mod. Hello Gian, good drums, I agree. Hello Kay, hello Rainer, nice to see you here, welcome. So today we are just wandering. Particular agenda, no itinerary. We've thrown all those into the trash because we are wandering for fun. Inspired Life says it is. New York City is officially on. So stay tuned. Bad service here. All right.
It's a great song by the great Chip Cochi. Great ballad.
I appreciate the compliment.
Gone way before his early 70s.
Service.
But it's not always good. Yeah.
Alright, so for some reason there was very bad signal in Thompson Square Park, so I'm not lingering there. But cool thing is, they closed down some streets, so let me show you the open streets here in the East Village. It happens, we're doing it live, so bad service there for some reason. Maybe a lot of people there with their cell phones. Indeed it is. I do haircuts. Indeed, I get a new haircut. So we are right now Avenue A. We hear some Michael Jackson being blasted nearby. Here's Lily's. This is a very popular Jamaican spot. One of the few Jamaican restaurants I've seen in this area, Manhattan. It's really good. Highly recommend it. Now across the corner is Yuca Bar, which is more kind of a Cuban, Brazilian type of place. Really good. So a lot of great restaurants here, and I love that they made this open streets. One of my favorite coffee shops is right over here, 787, which is the telephone area code for Puerto Rico, my homeland. Highly recommend this. I always end up recommending a bunch of places while walking around here. Well, so many people out and about. Indeed. Hey, Donna. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. How are you doing? How are you doing? $7.87 had cold brews. Yes, they do actually. They have a very interesting cold brew. They have a rum infused cold brew, not with alcohol, but it tastes like rum because they make it in rum barrels. And it tastes really, really good. Expire Life says, looking forward to my Mexico City trip. I'm so glad you are. You know, I actually had a taco over here, and I'm going to give you a very strong recommendation for tacos over here. This is Los Tacos NYC. I was actually sitting down here. And as I was sitting down, kind of people watching, I ended up realizing, wow, there's people here from all around the world. And that's the magic of New York City. And I've been researching a lot of Mexico City because I'm planning the trip over there. And then I'm realizing that Mexico City might just be one of those other cities that has that magic like New York. And I'm very looking forward to seeing that in action. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully I'll be able to go live as frequent as I can here. Crossing Fitness. Hey, Panajotis. Oh, Panajotis. Panajotis says, not a good day for me in general, but you always keep company, as always, for a nice coffee. Oh, Panajotis, hey, thank you so much for the 20 euro super chat. I appreciate that. Everyone, leave hearts for Panajotis. He is a new mod on Twitch. Very kind to help with Twitch. And I hope you feel better. And thank you so much for the coffee recommendation or the contribution. So here's St. Stanislaus Church. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Joe. Hey, Carmen, you like my haircut? I'm so glad you do. Mask requirements? GN, great question. All right, great question. Mask requirements, no. So our US president recently went on national television and said you don't require to use a mask outdoors. Especially if you're not in crowded areas. So I think it still, of course, applies to maybe concerts or outdoor events. But if you're outdoors walking the sidewalk, he said you no longer require a mask. That's what is now kind of the national new mandate around here. I'm not sure if states are requiring different things, but I see a mix of people out here. But then again, I'm outdoors, pretty far away from people. They have now open streets. Michelle, looks like you got some sun. Indeed, I did. I did not realize how sunny yesterday was, and there was no shade. So I ended up getting a lot of sun yesterday. Hey, Ignacio from México, la Ciudad de México. Ah, bienvenidos. Yo ya mismo voy a la Ciudad de México. Mayo 13 al mayo 27 por 2 semanas. Tiene cualquier sugerencias, me avisas. I'm going to Mexico City, so it's nice to see what is the name for a person who lives in Mexico City? ¿Cómo se dice una persona que es desde la Ciudad de México? ¿Cómo se dice? Como New Yorker, ¿cómo se dice la versión de Ciudad de México? So glad I have someone watching from Mexico City. Hello, Manny. Joe, is Mexico open for travel? It is. It's fully open. Rules are very lax. They've been very lax for a long while. Try to pack that sunblock. You know, I'm actually going to city of Mexico, so that area is not as crazy sunny as say the beaches like Cancun or Tulum. All right, where else? Oh yes, let's go one block now. Lorraine, thank you so much for 500 stars. Thank you everyone who's been sending stars as well. We are 86% away, 86% into our stars goal for covering a new city. So because of everyone sending stars and sending your support, we're covering Mexico City. Come to East 12th Street. Jonas, what's in East 12th Street? Let me know. Film the airport when you travel. Michael, yes, I do. Actually, stay tuned, everyone. I'll announce the day before when I'll do a small airport live from the inside of JFK Airport. And then I'm crossing my fingers that the plane I'm taking has good Wi-Fi when I arrive to Mexico, so I can stream landing to the city. John, ¿es chilanga? ¿Así se dice las personas de Ciudad de México? ¿Chilanga? Hey, Jason, thank you so much for 100 stars. Wendy says slam like, you slammed the like button to death. Very vicious, very vicious. I appreciate that, Wendy. Let me know if anyone's as vicious as Wendy slamming that like button to death. Hey, Susu, sorry I missed your stream in Bensonhurst. I was celebrating my birthday with family and friends. Oh, Susu, happy belated birthday. No worries, I was wondering where you were, but that's so awesome they were celebrating your birthday. Beautiful neighborhood, Bensonhurst. So everyone sent a huge round of birthdays to Susu. Susu has been watching for quite a while. She actually made an appearance in one of the Urbanist live videos when I went to Coney Island with Dutch Maws, and she is from Brooklyn. So everyone sent a bunch of hearts to Susu. She is also a super urbanist. Will you vlog on how you pack Nice and Fly? No, I'm not that type of channel, Nice and Fly. You know, I'm about travel, but more about the exploration part. That's what Urbanist is about. It's about the exploring. So it involves the history, the food, and the architecture. I don't really do kind of more informative travel content. Roland says, I will arrange a mariachi band to welcome you to south of the border. I would appreciate that. That would be awesome. I would love to feature a mariachi band. Probably will. We're bound to run into one. Hey, Christine. So many people out. Yes. Yes, so many people out and about today. Hey, RJ from Colorado. Welcome from Colorado. Nice to see you here. Miranda, will I be giving you an itinerary of the trip? No, just stay tuned for videos. Same schedule. Saturdays and Wednesdays at 1 p.m. New York City time. That will be 12 p.m. Mexican time. and videos posted throughout. Also, literally, I don't make itineraries. I very rarely. I sometimes plan because I got research some history, but I don't make itineraries generally. They're very loose itineraries, if ever. So yeah, that's my style of travel personally. Hey Linda, nice to see you here. Thank you so much for trivia in the East Village. Yeah, there's a lot. We are right now in the area what used to be known as Little Ukraine, but before it ever became Little Ukraine, it was actually Klein Deutschland, which means Little Germany. But there was a huge disaster. General Slocum, 1904, sank down to the bottom of the East River in Hell Gate. 1,300 around there women passed away. Yeah, sure.
I think I saw one of your videos. You were in my neighborhood in Kingsbridge.
Kingsbridge, yeah, I did,
You
yeah.
like went around. You were doing a video on these like European homes near.
It was like a way up, yeah, way up
you
there,
could
yeah.
walk down the park.
Spoitendijvel.
Yes, there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that video.
Oh, so glad you did.
Yeah, we're gonna be moving, and when I saw your video, I was like, oh my god, you did like such a good review of our entire neighborhood. Like we're gonna.
I
forever
liked them
live
actually, but
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, it was thorough. It was like 3 hours. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. Okay, and I'm glad you're moving there. Also, have an awesome
Oh no,
move.
well, we're leaving from Tulsa,
Oh,
so
leaving.
it's gonna be a good memory of
Oh,
our
I see.
neighborhood. Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
thank you.
Yeah, my
What are
pleasure.
you doing today?
Right now, I'm just wandering around East Village, just showing around. Yeah, I'm actually live right now.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that.
that's awesome. Have a good day. Bye bye. Oh, that's so cool. I didn't catch her name. I should have asked. But round the hearts, the person who just said hi to me. Local from the Kingsbridge area and loved the video. You know, that's actually the second time that happened to me. Yesterday, someone actually said the same exact thing about Kingsbridge. So that video is pretty popular. That's awesome. Janice says live fan. Yeah, you know, I got spotted yesterday 3 times. It was so wonderful. I went to the Apple store, and right after I caught that Uber ride, and right in front of the Apple store there was Greg. So shout out to Greg, who watches the show. He was the guy right in front of the Apple store, checking everyone in. And there was another lovely woman who saw me and said that she loved the Kingsbridge video. Kingsbridge and Inwood, yeah, that's right, Janice. It was a mega stream. I'm missing my friend. She lives in New York City. I lost her. Says travel. Oh no, travel world in my vlogs. Sorry to hear about your friend. My condolences. I'm glad I can show you a little bit more of New York City. Let's zigzag around this area. We'll see what parts you want to see. Let me know if you want to see anything particular here in the East Village. Comfy says Tacos Cuarta Morelos, East 9th and Avenue A was a truck. Now we got a shop. Comfy, do you work at the shop? Are you there right now? Comfy. It's an even better question. I will stop by if you're there. Bike lane. Dr. Tachi! Hey, Dr. Tachi, nice to see you here. Enjoying the stream. Have you had your coffee yet? I had an impeccable coffee just like 2 hours ago. It was a place called Abarco. Blew me away. I actually passed by it. I was so tempted to go again, but not yet. So I haven't had my second coffee of the day. I've just had one. And everyone, give a shout out to Dr. Tachi. Dr. Tachi is actually a professor of media studies. And I'm so glad you enjoyed the show. That's so cool. Is the public hotel open yet? Ooh, BA. We'll check it out. Comfy says it's not your shop. All right. Oh, Comfy, you're Thomas the dentist. Hey, Thomas, nice to see you here. You changed your name. Liked it better when the streets were more quieter, says Vic. Well, Vic, New York City, it's a big city. Can't demand it to be quiet all the time. It's further down. Yes, yes, I know where the hotel is. Gian, what's the coffee shop name? It's called Abarco. Abarco. A-R-C-O. It's, I think, an Italian word. Abarco. Any plans to have Cliff Black back soon? Yes. Soon. Probably early June. The city looks vibrant today. It is. It's very vibrant today. Fave building in the East Village. Ooh, great question. Wow, I actually don't have one off the top of my head. I just love them in general. When it comes to tenement buildings, this is definitely one of the prettiest ones. This is on the corner of 2nd Avenue and 6th Street. Saren Infantino is a new member. Hey, Saren Infantino. Thank you so much for becoming a new super urbanist. We have a new super urbanist. Hey, Saren. Everyone give hearts to Saren. And we just crossed 50 super urbanists on YT. So there's 2 special new emojis for supporters. So let me know if you found out what those were. 2 new emojis. That's a big city. It is. It is indeed a big city. Michael says, I want the Urbanist haircuts trademarked. It's trademarked, so you gotta pay royalties if you end up getting the haircut. Those are the new ones, says Maria. What are you referring to? Oh, you found it. Oh, great. And Mater also found it. Awesome. Rosalind says, our beard looks better. What are you referring to? Ronald says, my beard should be copyrighted, or my hairstyle should be copyrighted. Gene, you love the urban concept. Yep, it's all cities. Very rarely I cover something outside of the city. Ooh, this is a very pretty street. Thank you for the amazing experience. Hello from Brazil, says Guilherme. Guilherme! How do I say welcome in Portuguese? Let me know. But bienvenidos, I'll say in Spanish. Bienvenidos. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's a street named after Bill Graham. Yes, but I don't know which Bill Graham. I don't think it's the one you're thinking about, who's a preacher. I think it's a different Bill Graham. Loving your Portland lumberjack hipster look, says Lisa. Rock the Pacific Northwest in New York. Indeed, I look like I'm straight from Portland today. Combined with Converses. Yep, I look very Portlandian. Can't wait to one day cover Portland. One day I'll go. look at these little huts for a place called Oi Kitchen. Beautiful, look at that. What is this? Oh, we got some katsu. Pork katsu. And we got the Japanese pasta. Mentaiko pasta. Beautiful. Lisa says, come on over, just do in the summer unless you really, really like the rain. Is the summer a little bit less rainy in PMW, Pacific Northwest? Check out this church. This is a synagogue. Yes. You know how you can tell a synagogue? Sometimes this looks can be deceiving because at first it looked like a church to me. You know how you can tell it's a synagogue? Let me know. Let me know. What's the one defining feature of a synagogue as opposed to a Christian church? There's actually two main defining features. Dr. Tachi says those huts are cool. It's like your own private restaurant. Yeah. Yep, indeed. Oh, Mary says no cross. Okay. Touche. But I would say beyond the cross, I would say architecturally, there's two defining features. Panajota says no windows. You know, that's a good point. Synagogues do have windows. This one, for some reason, doesn't. I'm not sure why they took out the windows here. That's a good question, but it's not really typical in synagogues. Usually they do have windows. BA says, don't know, the pillar. Pillar, some synagogues have pillars. The triangle on top. No, not symbology, no, not iconography. Of course, there's going to be a lot of different iconography. I'm talking about architecturally. The Star of David is also just a symbol. Well, it is a symbol, so what is different architecturally? Beautiful day for strolling. Susan, yes indeed. All right, so no one really got it. Yes, the Star of David does appear. Brick, no, not really. There's a lot of Episcopal churches, for example, that are brick. The main difference is synagogues tend to be more square. One is more square. So they all tend to be square in shape. Now, this one has a tiny little point, but it's generally a square shape thing. And Paul got the other one right. Paul is right. It is a steeple. Doesn't have a steeple. For centuries, dating back to the medieval times or further back, were not allowed to build steeples because they couldn't be higher than any Christian church in Europe. So they tend to not have steeples, even to this day. So square. Aside from that's what got me fooled in the beginning, and no steeple. There's a fire. And another one. Carol says your hair looks nice. Oh, thank you so much, Carol. Michael says big fire. Big fire, or the firemen just want to get home quickly. One of those two. All right. So here, there's an important memorial or plaque. Disaster Centennial. So this is the site of the former St. Mark's Evangelical Lutheran Church. Ah, that's why it looks like a Protestant church. Yeah, that's why looks can be deceiving. A mostly German immigrant parish. On Wednesday, June 15, 1904, the church chartered the excursion steamer General Slocum. So a lot of the people who went on the General Slocum, a ship going to the beaches in Long Island, were mostly parishioners of this church, and they were taking them on the 17th annual Sunday school picnic. The steamer sailed up the East River with 1,400 passengers aboard. When it entered the infamous Hell Gate Passage, it caught fire and was beached and sank on the North Brother Island. It is estimated 1,200 people lost their lives, mostly women and children, dying within yards of the Bronx shores. Parishioners of here, and they were residents of what this used to be called before it was really known as the East Village, or before it became Little Ukraine for a little while. It was known as Klein Deutschland. And because the men here who lost their wives and children, some of those children very young, they couldn't stand to be in the same neighborhood, and hence they left to go to a new neighborhood, a new little Germany, which ended up becoming Yorkville. Joe says, wow, that's Titanic numbers. How many people passed in Titanic? Let me know. Boa tarde, Rafa. There might be a cat stuck in the tree, someone said, yeah. Either massive fire, firemen in a hurry to get home, or a cat stuck in the tree. 1,400 people lost their lives in the Titanic. Wow. Wow, okay. Yeah. Yep. Comparable to the Titanic, and yet a lot less people know it. Wow. This is pretty. There's a place called Tableside Italian Cook Shop. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful. Date spot here, recommendation, everyone. Date spot recommendation. Let's see the menu. Hey, how's it going? What time do you guys open? 4 o'clock? All right, they open at 4. So they're a late night restaurant. Beautiful. They have some custom cocktails as well. That's nice. Very, very nice. Wendy says, ooh, yes. Date night place indeed. Indeed it is. Matt says, boa tarde. Thank you so much. I prefer the early bird special myself. I say that place is lit up and lovely at night. Says, okay, yes. Looks gorgeous. All right, you guys want to experience some amazing, mind-blowing coffee? Vicariously? By experience, I mean, you're not going to drink any, but I will vividly describe it in detail for all of you. So your mouth can water with the anticipation of drinking your own cup of coffee. Oh, this is a nice place. Look at this. Mr. Paradise. Oh, beautiful. Oh, the Filipino restaurant is nearby here.
Yeah, I like that. The real deal.
Your voice sound tired a little bit, says Judith. No, just chill. I have a little bit of allergies, but chill. Oh no, the fire was where we were just at. Where we just passed by from the Polish church. These churches, how do they burn down so much? I hope everyone's okay. Okay, it seems like they're leaving, so it seems like people are okay. Why be going to San Gennaro when things get better. Depends if I'm still here. I do intend on traveling more, so probably won't go to San Gennaro. All right, let's go have some coffee. Bear with me, gonna be a little bit silent. Put the camera down, sometimes I do that. You guys waiting online?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't like being told what to do. Yeah, well, you think we're together now. Opposite sides of the spectrum. It's my birthday. Oh, shit.
All right, so I got an Americano. I gotta find a place to put down my camera, so stay tuned. But that place is Abarco. It's on 1st Avenue and 7th Street. 1st and 7th, Abarco. All right, let's continue walking around. I'll show you the crema very soon because it looks really mind-blowing. I see a spot over here. Ooh, it's hot. Oscar says, hey, you got a haircut.
Yeah, with those lenses.
Indeed I did.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, let me show you the crema. Oh, it kind of dissipated. Crema was beautiful when I bought it earlier this morning, but dissipated because I was walking around. All right. So yeah, that is live streamer issues. You gotta find a place to put your camera down and deal with a person staring at you whenever I'm talking to a camera. All right, let's try this out. So this is Americano. I asked for very little water. They make their Americanos or their espresso very Italian style. So it has a very like deep, chocolatey, nutty flavor to it. And Ronald says, coffee with a heart. Also glad. What part of New York are you at? This is the East Village. Wendy, enjoy. Hello, Paula. Bienvenidos. I hope you make it to the Cooper Union, the 7th most iconic building in New York City. All right, we'll pass by it. It's a very nice building. Yeah, I actually, number 7 most iconic building in New York, which I actually made a listicle of it. All right, let's try this out. Oh, it's so good. It's so rich in flavor, this place. And earlier when I went around 12:30 p.m. and it was stuffed to the brim. There were so many people here. And it's not a coincidence why it's so popular. Wow, this really brings me back to Italy. It's one of those few great Italian espressos. I might need to cover them at some point. The interesting thing about Italian espresso, it's like almost like a flavor. The flavor itself kind of just fills you up. It's all over the flavor. Because you know our tongues can tell different types of flavor profiles. So sometimes if you try something sweet, of course it'll just be sweet. You won't taste like saltiness, you won't taste like savoriness. But for some reason, Italian espresso just feels full of flavor. Benny says it's like wine. It is like fine wine. And what's the weather here? It's very nice. It's about 74 degrees Fahrenheit. All right. Let's walk and talk. People wanted to see the hotel. They wanted to see the Cooper Union. I'll show it to you. BA says, do I like wine? No, generally I don't. Unless if it's sangria. I like white wine. If I were to drink a wine at a meal, I would prefer a white, especially a more kind of bitter end or drier white wine. I'm not so much of a big fan of wine because it generally gives me headaches. I think it's because of the tannins. I'm a little bit sensitive. I'm a sensitive person when it comes to tannins. Wine makes me sensitive, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I can do this. Nobody on the train.
Do you wear those sunglasses at night, says Ronan? Only when I'm in public. For anyone who ever seen my eyeballs before, no more, no more. I'm turning into Jack Nicholson. You will never see my eyeballs anymore. Forever be a mystery. Wine gives me headaches as well, specifically red wine. Yep, that's why I avoid red wine specifically, unless if it's like sangria. Or to drink wine, go for white. Less chance of a headache. This is a great pasta restaurant. I absolutely love these guys. These are San Marzano. Also great deal. They also have great sangria. Speaking of sangria. Very inexpensive sangria also. It's like, I don't know, like 15 bucks for a pitcher. It's very low. And very packed today. Hey, someone left a super chat. Who are you? The girls. Ah, lovely. The girls left a super chat. Oh, can't read your message. It's disappeared. But you said something along the lines of "Have a lovely day." Thank you so much, the girls. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the super chat. If I miss any super chats or stars, let me know.
And it's like a huge deal.
Wendy says, "Very nice indeed." Another date place. Yes. Beck says, "I love my sangria." Oh, yes. So I'll show you one of the funnier bar names here. What's the name of the coffee shop? If anyone could put the address and the name in the comments, I'll highlight it. It is Abarco. Do they have the name on there? No, they don't. A-B-A-R-C-O. Speaking of burp, I'm burping right now. This is Burp Castle. It's a beer garden. And they're known for, they used to be known, I'm not sure if they do this anymore, but they used to be known for being very quiet. You couldn't speak too loud in the Burp Castle. It was a silent bar because it was run like if it were almost like a hermitage. So that place is literally called Burp Castle. Scott says, "Why not call it Barf Castle?" That's next door. Barf Fortress is next door. Burp Castle. Don't get confused. Diana says, leaves a £5 super chat. Says, "Love the red shirt." I'm so glad you do. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go. Do you get sunburn when you go outside? Adam, I both tan and get sunburn at the same time, and hence I turn into a golden hue when it's summertime. Has anyone ever seen the movie The Fountain? At the end of The Fountain, Hugh Jackman basically gets absorbed by Xibalba, which is the underworld or the netherworld of the Aztecs / Mayan, and he turns into a golden hue. That's basically me during the summertime. So watch, or at least search for the GIF. It's a very funny GIF. Ah, here we have another church. Ooh, can we walk into this church? It seems like we could walk into this church. Cauliflower 420. Ooh, cauliflower 420. Thank you so much for the super chat. Everyone hit that like button. All right, you guys want to walk in? I'll walk into a church. You want to see what magic lies inside a church? This is a Ukrainian church. So I actually never been inside this church. This is gonna be a special moment for all of us. It was built in 19...
Go inside, it's Easter.
It's worth it, right? Yeah.
Go and look.
I'm gonna check it out.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna see the plaque first.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's really beautiful.
that's nice to hear. St. George Ukrainian Catholic Church, 1976. All right, let's go inside. So the woman beckoned us to go inside. It's Orthodox Easter. Oh, thank you. All right. Beautiful. So we walked in right at the nick of time for a service. This is not an Orthodox church. This is a Catholic church. Oh, maybe it is Orthodox. Let me know. It says Catholic church, so I'm not sure if it's Roman Catholic. Let me know. It says Catholic, but it doesn't specify if it's Roman Catholic. Is there an Eastern Catholic church? So that was beautiful, beautiful church. Highly recommend going to that. Absolutely breathtaking. We walked in right at the beginning of a service. That was very soothing, yeah. Greek Cypriot. Far side says it's a Greek Cypriot. Let us know. Yeah, is there a Catholic church? I know there's the Syrian Catholics. There's Ethiopian Catholics. Is there a Eastern Catholic? Let me know. Is the Eastern Orthodox Church known as also a Catholic church? I can't wait to cover that whenever I go to Greece. Mighty Bull, nice to see you here. Right here, the oldest bar. Claims to be the oldest bar in New York City. It is contested with a few others, but this is established in 1854, McSorley's Ale House. Catholic Church is, yes, well, in Philippines it's the Roman Catholic Church, which is in communion with the Syrian Church. Syrian/Lebanese Catholic Church. I just got here and your hair looks amazing. Dang, says Sarah. Oh, I'm so glad you think so. All right, people want to see Cooper Union. So here we're in the backside of Cooper Union, their new building. Absolutely marvelous structure. If you want to learn more about it after this video, search for my older video. I made it like 2 or 3 years ago called The 8 Most Unique Buildings in Manhattan, and highly recommend checking it out. Valerie says this is a Catholic church. Yes, this is a Catholic church. It's not Eastern Orthodox. It might be Eastern Orthodox Easter, but that is a Catholic church. Hey, Guy Tweedy. Guy Tweedy, you're from Yorkshire. I've enjoyed your tours. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying it, Guy Tweedy. Thank you so much. Can't wait to visit Yorkshire at some point. Beautiful church from the outside as well. Marianne says there's both Eastern Orthodox and Eastern Rite under the Vatican. Okay. I'm going to look into this afterwards. Let me know, if anyone knows the answer right now, what part of the Eastern Christian religions is in communion with the Holy See? Meaning is communion with the Vatican. Let me know if anyone knows that answer. Otherwise, I'm going to research that after this, because I got to know the answer. And here's the old Cooper Union building. This is where Abraham Lincoln spoke when he was campaigning to become president of the United States of America. I love Orthodox priests. They look so badass, if I may say. I went to Greece many years ago, and I was stunned how cool the priests looked in the Greek Orthodox Church. They all dressed in like these black robes, which already look really badass, and they have these like long rosaries. Different from the Roman Catholic priests or any type of Protestant priest. Protestant priests wear the robes a little bit more kind of fitting. They look a little bit more like a suit rather than a long flowing robe. And the thing that struck me was that they had long beards, these epic beards, epic mustaches as well, these long beards. I was like, wow, if I saw this guy, Greek Orthodox priest in the middle of Williamsburg, I would think he's a hipster. But obviously he's a priest, so it was a really cool style. Adam, did I get a haircut? I think it's rather evident, yes. Don't know about you, Ariel, but I like modern architecture along with classical architecture. I do too. This is a good example of modern architecture. Let me see if I can peek in. Yeah, well, let's peek in through the window. So here it is. This is the inside of Cooper Union. It has an exoskeleton, which I'm going to show you right now. This exoskeleton actually is environmentally friendly in a way where it cools down the building. Retains cooling, so it doesn't use too much air conditioning power. Jonas, what college do I attend? I attended City College of New York, part of the City University of New York. It's gonna look really cool when we cross the street, but let's actually get closer to these columns. Concrete, poured concrete. Is it hot today? Yeah, it's okay. Beautiful shapes that it forms here on the bottom. That's really cool. Yes, I agree. I agree, Satu. Is that Satu? Please clarify. I don't think that's Satu. That's someone else. Let me know what's your name. How I pronounce your name and phonetically. anyone's watching from Japan or East Asia or any other country that's a different language system, do let me know. Feel free to let me know how to pronounce your name. I like the wind sound, says Habin. Yes, I'm not using my microphone today. I wanted to capture the raw sounds of New York City. We're going raw today. Raw audio, I mean. Wow, that curve. Yeah, these curves are sexy, I must say. Sexy curves. I'm talking about the architecture, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep it civilized. Sexy curves on this building. Love a good curvaceous building. Let's cross the street. Let's look at these curves and admire them a little bit. Better view. Hey, Guy Tweety says, I learned more about New York watching your videos. In the last 2 months, I've learned in the last 35 years traveling to New York more than 50 times. God damn. Guy Tweety, goddamn. Wow. And let's cross the street. A random guy playing music. That guy, this guy over here. All right, everyone. Look at these curves. Oof. Whoa. Paul says, I see the curves you speak of, right? Gorgeous building. There's curves for days. 4 days. That's the exoskeleton you're seeing. And there's actually there's so much sunlight that comes through the building, but the exoskeleton prevents it from heating up. So it's a really interesting juxtaposition being inside. I haven't been inside yet, but from what I read is that the building is cool, even in the middle of hot July summer. And yet there's a bunch of light inside. Natural light, that is. Wendy says that building has a great shape. Indeed it does. A great shape. Let's check out this guy. Who's this guy over here? I wonder if that newer glass is mitigating bird safe costs. I think, yeah, I don't think birds congregate in the building. I haven't seen, all these years I passed by the building, never seen birds congregate in the building. So they're doing something right with not making it for pigeons. Indeed it does, you know, it looks like a building that still requires a little bit more work on Minecraft. Who is this guy? Erected by the citizens of New York in grateful remembrance of Peter Cooper. Oh, Peter Cooper. As we know him here in New York City, P. Coops. P. Coops was a Renaissance man, engineer, he was an industrialist, he was a philanthropist. He was not a philanderer, different thing. He was a lot of things. Also, the guy who founded this university, the Cooper Union. Founder of the Cooper Union for the advancement of science and art. P. Coops, as we call him here in New York City. Look at that mighty beard. P. Coops had all beard, no mustache. Very interesting beard style he had. So P. Coops was also extremely rich, and the Museum of Design in Uptown Manhattan, Museum Mile, was his. This is, I think it was his mansion. It was converted into a museum afterwards. It was a pre-hipster beard, indeed. This is by far one of the most elaborate scaffolding I've seen. Look at this, artsy scaffolding. All scaffolding should be like this. Benny says Ariel's a good tour guide, very educated and classy dude. Well, thank you, Benny. Thank you, Benny, but I'm making everything up. Just making everything up. And sometimes I get these comments of people pointing out tiny little things that are wrong. And A, I got no notes. B, I don't have a secondary phone necessarily that I'm pulling out to use Google because my other hand is full. I'm using a coffee. Why would I carry a second phone and read Wikipedia with my other hand? It's a waste of using another hand. This is the coffee hand. So I appreciate people liking the insights, but do your research as well. Mark says, I'm always fun to watch. Oh, so glad, Mark. I love this view. Cooper Square. And we got 4th Avenue over here. 4th Avenue, not really a long avenue. Pretty short avenue. Janice says, just winging it. Indeed. I have vlogs. My website is urbanist.live. It's mostly for anyone who wants to book a private tour or work with me. There's also a link there. Is that that spike that you see, that needle, is the Empire State Building, yeah. Doreen says, listen, take out on a date and they'll be impressed by your knowledge. So Paul says 4th Avenue is about 1/6 of 5th Avenue. Paul, let's not confuse the viewers anymore. Is Kmart still in business? It is indeed. Kmart does exist. 70th birthday of Empire State Building. 90th birthday. It's the 90th birthday of ESB, yeah. Oh, we got anarchists. Great coffee. Just finished it. Highly recommend it. All right, now that I have my coffee, we're gonna have another 7-hour walk. So here we got the Alamo, but no one knows that as an Alamo because everyone knows it as the Astor Place cube. According to legend, a man was living inside in order to not spend too much on rent. Makes sense. He's doing a ritual. A gentleman here is doing a ritual of some kind. Taking in the energy of the cube, just like in any superhero film. Every superhero film, there's some like magic cube that, I don't know, the villains always want to take over the universe. What's up with cubes and villains? I don't know. Here we have Starbucks, but that's not the important thing. Before it was a Starbucks, it was the Astor Place Theater. Here, there was a show of Macbeth. One guy from England was playing Macbeth over here, but just about a 10-minute walk down Bowery, there was another guy, an American guy, playing Macbeth down there, same day. So it was like Tobey Maguire playing Spider-Man, and that movie premiering the same day as Tom Holland playing Spider-Man here. People were pissed off, and this was in the 1800s, because this English guy dared to defy this new American actor. How dare you best an American actor, especially these damn English, shortly after the War of 1812. And there was a massive riot that ensued. More than 2,000 people were implicated in the riot. One woman was unfortunately shot by a musket who had an apartment nearby here. So let me know, are you on team Tom Holland or team Tobey Maguire? So that's the Astor Place riots. I have a full video on that, so also search Astor Place riots. You'll see the whole story there. It was one of the largest riots in New York City history after the Civil War draft riots. Hey, Panajotis is on another team, Team Like. So glad. 4.18K. Yes, we're getting close to 42K. Yes, indeed. Toby is the real Spider-Man, says MS. Oh, those are fighting words. Fighting words, I say. George and Minecraft Hero also say Tobey Maguire. Oh, a lot of people are Team Toby. They were passionate about their theater. Yes, indeed, people were passionate about their theater. Also, it kind of validates the long curse of the Scottish play, which is Macbeth. Don't dare say Macbeth inside a theater, especially if you're an actor. Because if you're an actor and you say Macbeth while you're playing Macbeth in a theater, oh, you've cursed the production. The theater will burn down, riots will erupt, lightning will strike, a tornado will come ram down the theater. Who knows what could happen, but do not say the M word. Here is the public theater. This is where the Scottish immigrant from the Caribbean came over to the US and made an amazing rap musical. That is Hamilton. This is where it started. This is where the magic started. It is known as the Public Theater. It's also the home theater where the show Mozart in the Jungle is filmed. Check out one of the best New York City shows, truly, that I've seen in recent years. It's Mozart in the Jungle. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's about the world of classical music. And it's really good. And it's filmed in New York City. Highly recommend it. The main location is here. Is it supposed to summon ghosts or something? Yes, yeah. It's supposed to be a witch's curse if you say Macbeth inside a theater. Here's the colonnades. This was made by the Astor family, if I'm correct, as apartments. Let's check out the plaque. And it's beautifully still restored, landmarked. And inside there's also the theater to see the Blue Man Group. 4 houses. These 4 houses constitute the remaining portion of the colonnade of 9. There were 9 houses before, and they were originally named the Grange Terrace after a country seat of the Marquis de Lafayette. When constructed in 1831 by Seth Geer, it was considered the finest row of private dwellings in the city. Its residents have included John Jacob Astor and our man Washington Irving, who wrote Sleepy Hollow. W. Irvs. That's how we call him in New York, W. Irvs. So John Jacob Astor lived here. He didn't own it, it was Seth Greer. Aren't the Astors originally British? Aren't we all? Aren't we all? At least here in America. A good portion of America is originally British. I don't know. I'm not sure if the Astors, they probably had a few generations here in America. Let's zoom in. Ooh, Mozart of the Jungle, says Mark. Oh, Margaret, you're gonna have fun. I'm so glad you enjoyed that recommendation. Enjoy it. One of my favorite shows I've seen. It lasts for 4 seasons. Stars Gabriel Garcia Bernal, such a great Mexican actor, as an eccentric conductor. Beautiful balcony these houses have. Nancy Astor was the first British woman to take a seat in British Parliament. Ooh, really? Okay. Nice palm trees, yeah. Yeah, nice palm trees. John Jacob Astor the Fourth, was it? Was on the Titanic. Macaulay says, we're so excited for your upcoming trip. Says Macaulay, so I'm so glad, Macaulay's. Glad you are, thank you so much. Hey, you're a wealth of knowledge, so much history in New York, stay safe. Melissa, thank you so much for a $10 super chat. I appreciate you, Melissa. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying New York City history. Someone just mentioned the oldest remaining 18th century home, or 1800s home. Let's check it out. Merchant House. It's right nearby. We got Melissa Clayton. What happened with Melissa Clayton? Oh, the super chat. Thank you. Urbanist the musical coming soon, says hold on. Yes. Mona says, okay, where are you now? I'm in Noho, north of Houston. This is what they call this neighborhood. The Merchant House was owned by C. Barry Treadwell. Yes, indeed it was. We will check it out soon. One of the best wine shops in all of New York City, wine and liquor shops, is here, Astor Place and Wines. Really, really cool shop. Really extensive collection. If you're looking for that gift for someone to have a good bottle of alcohol. How do I make a donation when I'm not very computer literate? And what's the super chat? I will answer your question right when I cross the street. Stay tuned. Just gotta dodge these bicyclists. They have very rare drinks. They do indeed. So super chat is a tip. Super chat on YT is a tip. Stars is the Facebook version. And I don't think there's a Twitch version, or at least I don't have access to it yet. So yes, it's a tip. If you enjoy the show, want to support the show, tips, they go into transportation costs, gear costs, data, showing you new cities, like we're gonna do with Mexico soon, and all these wonderful things. So thank you so much for your tips. How to do it? I think it's on the app, and the app, there's a little $sign in the bottom for YT. If you're on FB, same thing. It's like a little gold star symbol. So if anyone can instruct where the actual super chat button is, let us know. More fancy scaffolding. I love the scaffolding. And yes, you can leave a PayPal if you rather leave a direct tip as well. So if you left the PayPal, do let me know. A lot of people have left PayPals in the past few months. Very generous PayPal, so thank you so much. Laureen, Ron, Jose, the Cano family, Eddie Cano, and there's many others who left amazing PayPals. Thank you so much. So AR left the instructions. Thank you so much. So here we have the Merchant House Museum. This is one of the most haunted places in all of New York City. This was owned by the Treadwell family, and it was a middle-class house. So there's a lot of examples of like rich mansions still here in New York City that were preserved, like the Morris Jamel Mansion in Uptown Manhattan. Check out that episode after this. But this one is a good example of a merchant class mansion, which means that they were middle class or bourgeoisie. This was built in 1831 by Joseph Brewster as a row house, and was purchased in 1835 by C. Barry Treadwell, a merchant, and occupied this until 1933, when the woman lived here all the way until her late 90s. This house was the only 19th century house in Manhattan to survive intact with original furniture and family memorabilia, because it quickly turned into a museum right after. And it is one of the finest examples of Greek Revival architecture. It was fully restored in 1979. Had sounds of the ghosts of popular music play, the ghost of Bergatone. So yeah, this is one of the most haunted mansions. I actually have a video on the haunted history of it. Check out the video Halloween from last year, October 2020, and I also have gone inside here as well. I do volunteer to work here. I know the history very well, says Jenny. Thank you so much, Jenny. Yeah, do let us know any information. Beautiful. They have amazing live jazz concerts in the Morris Jamel Mansion in summertime. Oh, I'm glad that's the case. Interesting. Kay says, loves the story about this house. Very sad. Indeed, yeah. one of the more beautiful buildings in Noho. Can anyone let me know who the architect of this is? This should be the standard hotel, I think. Yeah, this should be the standard. And looks like Frank Gehry, but it might not be him. It might just be inspired by him. Photos from New York says it's not Gary. Felix says, such a shame they copyright. You love the sounds of the city, especially the music passing by. Yeah, me too. Yeah, just try to avoid copyright because sometimes they outright just block the video. I want these videos to be visible for most people. Gary did the IEC headquarters and the one that has curtains downtown. Yes. Yes, it's a standard hotel. But who's the architect of the standard hotel in Noho? The architect of the building is Mexican, says Margaret. Oh, interesting. It is. That's really cool. Beekman something. Okay. Yeah, beautiful. Looks definitely inspired by Frank Gehry due to his shape. Looks very similar to the IAC headquarters. So Christopher Zapata Studio and structurally engineered by Leslie E. Robertson. Thank you so much. Zapata Studios. This is a hotel. It's a hotel. And what does a condo apartment cost in the area? Great question. I don't know too much about the prices. It's not my forte. So check out a show on YT called Cash Jordan, or a great resource is Street Easy. I like Street Easy for searching apartment costs or house costs as well. Hey James, I sent you a tip via PayPal. Thank you so much for today's walk. James, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for PayPal, James. And enjoy a late afternoon coffee. I appreciate that, James. Thank you so much. All right, let's walk around for about 30 more minutes. Let me know if you want to see anything in this particular area of East Village / Noho. Let's stick to this area. I show a lot of Soho, so we're not gonna venture into Soho. I'll just show you Noho and the East Village. So let me know if you want to see anything here. Mona says, name 3 things that appeal to you when you look at a building. Great question, Mona. 3 things that appeal to me when I look at a building. It varies. I look at the shape. I really admire buildings that have a unique shape. When they're too square, they're too boring. When they're too abstract, it's a bit distracting. So I look at the shape. I'm more and more cognizant of height, because knowing that New York City needs a lot more housing. There's a housing shortage, over 400,000 apartments missing. I look at a building, if it's too short, I'm like, why is it too short? Come on, we should build a little bit higher. Especially if it's a newer building. And the other thing I pay attention to, I would say the color. I usually don't mention it too much, but color does make a difference. We got Bob, he's about to pee. Let's move away from Bob's pee. Great New York City water tower on the Gemma restaurant building. Margaret, cool. Look at those views again. Yeah, there we see the building. Oh, this is the Gemma. Oh yeah, the Gemma restaurant. I've never been here, Gemma. This place used to be very popping, but it is pretty empty today. This place always used to be full, I remember. It's very empty today. We got breakfast. Ooh, avocado toast. I can go for a good avocado toast. A $26 burger. I love having a skyline view. Me too. Me too. The penthouse I'm gonna get will have a skyline view. Wendy says, masticate, go for it. Gemma has a great chef, says Margaret. Mona says, for me, it's curves, windows, and material. Oh, yes, material. That's a good point. Abraham, Bob is our neighborhood-friendly pigeon. Bob the pigeon, official mascot of Urbanist. Laureen is eating avocado toast right now. Oh my God, Laureen. All right, Laureen, I'm heading over. Taking that flight over to Hawaii. Is there still restrictions here? Not so much. They're loosening up. July 11th, New York City is reopening. Grand reopening. Look at this older industrial building. Currently condemned. I wonder if it'll become condos. Looks condemned and looks closed. All right, Lorraine, it's gonna take me about like an hour to get to the airport. And then it's only about like a 11-hour flight. So I'll be there in like 13 hours. So have that avocado toast ready, please. Wow, look at this. So beautiful. Do you notice that back in the day, windows had encasements surrounding it? Yes, older windows specifically. I think because of security. Because I think security might have been the main concern. So this is. I think this might be a part of. What is this a part of? This is part of the. Beautiful mural over here, very colorful. Just booked a week in September and December, says Clinton. Hope travel's still good. Yes, you will be good. New York City's reopening, July 11th, grand reopening. It's just like a restaurant or like a store. It's a grand reopening. Tortillas soon. Yes, I'll be having some tortillas. Gran tortillas soon. And here we have some older houses from the 1800s. Best regards from Glasgow. Hey, Peter from Glasgow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Ooh, beautiful door. Wow. Look at this door. I like doors. Who else likes doors? Let me know. Let me know if you're a fan of doors. I like doors. Dutch Mall says grand reopening. That's how they framed it when the governor made the announcement. He said it was going to be a grand reopening. Wendy loves doors as well. Yes, I'm glad other people like doors. Doors are awesome, says Mark. Yes. Mater says 10 Sullivan is my place. Oh, Mater. Indeed it is. Oh, you remember. Oh, this is a strange looking building. What is this? This used to be, I think, the shelter. What is this? It's now condemned. I remember it was a shelter a few years ago. Susie says doors are useful, but Susie, do you love them? I know they're useful, but do you love them? We're starting a new fan club. A Doors fan club. Creepy, yeah, it's a very creepy building. Doesn't look pleasant at all. I don't like its shape. Weird building, weird building. So the reason I know this area well is because this used to be my study spot. Here, the Bean. I used to spend hours upon hours, and the Bean was one of those few guys. Hey, how's it going? Oh, cool. What's your name? Diana. And you? Isaiah. Oh, cool. Do you guys comment? You do? Sometimes. Oh, how long you been watching? 2013. Oh, you mean you when I started? So that was around 2016. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, long time. Any recommendations in the area? What do you recommend for everyone tuning in? I cover very well. Yeah, right. Right.
I like the city.
Are you guys New Yorkers?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. A lot of Puerto Ricans in this neighborhood, but it's slowly disappearing, which is a shame.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. All right, it was awesome bumping into you. Have a good day. Bye. All right, let's cross. OG viewers, yeah. He said 2013. I did not start that early, but I think he meant when I started 2016. So here is my OG study spot. This place used to be open till like 12 midnight on most days, especially on weekends. And because I was an engineering student, I sacrificed my life of leisure, my social life, in order so I can study differential mathematics and quantum mechanics here at the B. So I know this place very well. I'm so glad it reopened. It was closed for a while. I love the facade. They did some, it's a kind of brutalist style, but it's really cool. They made it a lot cooler. And I love the mosaic that they have here. Dutch says OG viewers. Do you think your action can? No, I don't think so. Actually, also, he started just around the same time I did, well, on YouTube. All right. So actually, there's a Hawaiian. I think you're gonna enjoy this. We got music. All right. All right, so there is actually a Hawaiian coffee shop here called Kona Coffee and Company. So there's a Hawaiian coffee shop. I think the only Hawaiian coffee shop. There's like 2 or 3 Hawaiian spots. There's a lot of poke spots here, but poke is like a Hawaiian rice bowl. But Hawaiian coffee, this is the only one I've seen. Let's take a closer look. Haven't actually tried it yet. Susie says keep playing that. Yeah, that was City of Desire. from the Urbanist original soundtrack. Spam and coffee, says Jackie. Kona is great coffee, says Bob. Alright, let's look inside. Alright, I got it. Alright, so they were playing some hip-hop music. I had to mute. But that is a Hawaiian coffee place. They don't have compelling food options. I was hoping they would have a spam and egg sandwich, but they don't. So they don't have anything like too Hawaiian except for the acai bowl, which I think... No, acai is not Hawaiian. But they don't have anything too Hawaiian for food, but they have the Hawaiian coffee. So I got this. Let's try it out. I love the crema. Looks great. Very unpleasant service. The guy was very kind of too serious. So I'll say that. But let's try out the coffee. And I wasn't pointing the camera, as you can tell. The camera was down. All right, let's try this out. Interesting. Very good. It is BA. Oh, BA, you're from this neighborhood? You've been to this shop? Yeah, you know, sometimes you go to coffee shops and the people just treat you like no smile, no reaction. It's very meh, very meh. I get it if you're a serious person, but you can tell when someone really does not want to work there. That was the reaction we got from the guy. But the coffee is really interesting. The barista might have been Hawaiian. The guy next to the cashier might have been Hawaiian, but it is very kind of flowery, very flowery, very a brighter cup of coffee. So very similar to New York style espresso. I like it. It is it is a good cup of coffee. I can't wait now to try the Hawaiian cup. As I mentioned, everyone, I intend on covering Hawaii hopefully very soon, so stay tuned. But I can't wait for a Hawaiian coffee. Also food. I heard food was great in Hawaii. So you get 100% Kona. It's the espresso. And it seems everything inside is Kona. So yes, I think it's Kona. How's it smell? It smells good. It smells very, very flowery. It's a very flowery espresso. Yeah, almost like rose. Rose, yeah. You're gonna be bouncing off the wall, says Chris. Indeed, Chris. All right, let's walk around for a little bit more. With all this coffee, I might need a bite. Let's see if we can find a bite to end this show. Roland says some Hawaiian pizza. I will only have Hawaiian pizza if it's made fresh. Oh. No, there's no fresh Hawaiian here. Beautiful building. Look at this. Wow. Gorgeous. Farsight, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Wendy says, we're all going to Hawaii. You're going to fit into my suitcase. Hey, Coffee Insomnia says, aloha from Hawaii. Thanks for the always great tours. This is for your Kona coffee. Thank you so much, Coffee Insomnia. Ooh, cool name. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm so glad you're enjoying the show. And can't wait to go to Hawaii soon. So stay tuned. And hopefully maybe see a Kona coffee plantation. Let me know if there's a Kona coffee plantation in Oahu, which will probably be the main island I visit. And then hopefully I can visit a second island when I go. So let me know if there's a good coffee plantation to visit. I'm going to Hawaii in September. I'm so glad. George, that's awesome.
It's got a 66 left.
Mona says, you won't eat a Hawaiian pizza at a normal slice shop. No, generally I wouldn't. I wouldn't grab a Hawaiian slice at a slice shop. It's old ham, old pineapple, or canned pineapple, worse. If I'm gonna have a Hawaiian pizza, I really enjoy when it's like a freshly made slice. Freshly made pie. Which admittedly is rare. Ignacio's was really good, yes, it was really good pie. My friend's honeymoon in Hawaii in August, so that's so cool. Hey, Carlito, ¿Alguien te ha dicho que alguna vez te ves tan fabuloso? Eres un sueño hecho realidad. Oh, Carlito. Gracias. Carlito says, has anyone ever told you that you look fabulous sometimes? You are a dream made into reality. Thank you so much, Carlito. Lo agradezco, Carlito. Qué bien que te gusta el show en Los Descodidos. Mona says I would definitely eat that type of pizza if a Hawaiian pizza is made from me. Oh my god. I was like, why are people looking? And I'm like, oh my god. I'll do a retake of that. Okay. So I was looking this way and I saw people taking a photo. I'm like, oh my god. What's happening here? All right. Time to put on my mask in order to avoid smoke inhalation. Uh-oh. Let's move away. Oh my god, poor people who move. That's a moving truck. So that is a moving truck, ladies and gentlemen. Poor people who moved. What were they carrying in that truck? Who knows? Dr. Tachi says, wait, a fire? How did this happen? I don't know. It's a moving truck. It started burning.
What is that inside? What? What's the point of that? Oh my god.
It's back on fire. Yeah, you can feel the heat.
What's the whole point of that?
Probably batteries or something. That would suck. Fire trucks are coming. I hear it. Hopefully it won't explode. That would not be a very pleasant experience. Though it will look like an action movie. So everyone, these live streams have now turned into a Michael Bay directed live stream. Cue the explosion where no one gets hurt. Oh, por favor, no despide ese veneno. Sí, yo tengo mi mascarilla puesta. Yeah, I have my mask on in order to not breathe in any fumes. I'm pretty far away as well. I'm zooming in, but I'm pretty far away. All right, everyone. So we're seeing a fire truck in action. Is this a hose? Yeah, it's a hose. Ooh, okay, now it's smelling strong.
There's a fire truck. These firefighters.
So they're gonna hose it down. Yep, they're taking out the hose. This guy's pumping it up. Filled with someone's belongings. I can't tell. It is a moving truck, so I don't know. Might be someone's belongings. I hope not. I feel bad for anyone who. Oh, interesting. Look. You know, put the hose on the top of the roof so it kind of soaks down the fire. Someone said that they only need one truck, says Luckner. So here in the US, I'm not sure if it's the same for different countries. Each truck has a different service. So there's the hose truck, which is, what's the name of a hose truck? If anyone can let me know. And then there's a ladder, I think, next to the hose truck. So it's two different trucks with two different purposes. It's a pump. Is that a pump? There's another name. What's the name of this truck? Let me know. There's ladder. There's two more of this. Let us know. There's ladder. There's engine. Is this the engine? There's the hook, right? It's the engine. Thank you so much, AR. So the hose truck is an engine truck. So the engine, and there's a ladder right next door. The ladder, I think they brought it just in case. Yeah, there's someone's belongings, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, someone's belongings burned down. Oh, that sucks. You're moving to New York City, just coming from halfway across the country, moving into your bright new East Village apartment. We're ready to live that NYC life, and the moving truck burns with your mattress. Mattress is shard. Someone lost their desk chair as well. Rick says thanks for saving the fire. No worries. Glad not glad, but it's a moment here, true New York City moment. I think we just got photographed by a journalist. Darn, a mattress ain't cheap. Nope. Hope Dumbo Moving Store. Yeah, the name of the company is called Dumbo Movie Storage. Hope it has good insurance, says Jackie. Fire engines are also called a pumper. Here, I'm not sure. I don't think we call them pumpers in America, but yeah, let us know what region of the world are they called pumpers. It's an e-cig. It could be an e-cig, yeah. It could have been an e-cig. Penelope says another minimalist is born. I think their job is done, almost. Oh, they're pumping a little bit more water. It seems like, oh wow, still some flammable material. I'm surprised the firemen don't wear masks to avoid breathing in fumes.
Yeah, I love the smell of fire.
Ali says we call him, oh no. Han says we call him the fire brigade. Smee says, yeah, that's carcinogenic. Yeah, I'm surprised that firemen don't wear like a face mask of some sort. Of course, a face mask would be flammable, so it is dangerous in and of itself. They're hosing the mattress. Why are they hosing the mattress? Oh, look at that. They're hosing the mattress. And now he's closing, seems to be closing the pumps now. I guess they want to make sure something is not smoldering. Yeah, I think that's why they hose down the mattress. It's interesting. Oh, I'm running out of battery. Alright. Yeah, so they hose down the mattress. Oh my god, the hookah bar. Speaking of fire, they made the hookah bar outdoors here. Zaza. Oh, I haven't smoked hookah in a while. Kind of miss it. Ooh, smells strong. Yeah, that's so sad.
My birthday with Vinny's family.
What?
Stress you up.
But I did walk out and get a lecture about how everything is legit.
Oh, I hear another fire truck. Wow. Okay, everyone, so
And she's also feeling her sister like
I have to bid you adieu. My battery is calling. I will be going to Mexico City from May 13th all the way to the 27th. I'm still doing the same schedule, 1 p.m. New York City time. It'll be 12 p.m. Mexican time for Wednesdays and Saturdays. And I'll see if I can do other more live videos beyond that. It all depends on data and the service I end up getting. So everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate that. My heart goes out to those people who just moved. Hopefully they were able to recover something. And I'm going to find myself some food. So everyone, keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. I'm going to crash this birthday party over here. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye. See you Wednesday at 1 p.m. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.